Welcome on back and gather round, gang. It's time for some more Age of Wonders 4 Archon Prophecy. We're here for the second chapter in the Archon Prophecy story, where in the first, Sulkin here went through the 5 rings of Imnora to obtain enlightenment and join the Archon ranks in the war against Urath, or I guess the Great Corruption, or just Entropy in general. So we are playing as a newly upgraded version of Sulkin. I can go ahead and show him off here. So he's basically the exact same as our Sulkin that just ascended, just with some changes. So let's go ahead and dive into the new realm. Our destination being the Cliffs of Sordünn, which is the Archon Prophecy story realm 2. It's got 4 skulls for its difficulty, so according to this, isn't as difficult as Grexilus, so we'll find out. We'll be landing on the coast of Sordünn and exploring the ruins of Merida, the fallen empire of the Giant Kings, reclaim the realm from the Umbral Abyss and fulfill a prophecy that will shape the war against Urath. This will be a coastal invasion. This realm consists of a bigger land mass next to a smaller sea with smaller islands. The player starts on a smaller island, or on one of these smaller islands off the coast. This is also going to be the ruins of Merida, so this realm contains the remnants of the fallen empire of Merida. So Meridan landmarks and natural regions are going to be present. This is also an Umbral stronghold, so we have an empowered version of the Umbral Abyss that creeps over this realm, opening gates to an eldritch dimension and its invading horrors. We've got the Umbral Abyss layer, which can be reached through Umbral gates. You can enter the Umbral Abyss for forbidden treasures at a great risk. And there's going to be an increased amount of infestations and dwellings from the Umbral Abyss that are going to creep into the surface and underground, spreading gloom. Units in gloom terrain are going to suffer from Umbral malady, which is a nightmare. It makes you have less vision range, you can't regenerate hit points, and you actually lose hit points at the start of each world map turn. So the creeping corruption is spreading slowly over the Cliffs of Sordünn, and it's our job to stop it. It's going to be a low population realm, so there's going to be less free cities. Urath's grasp is also going to be on the people of this realm, so they have fallen under his influence. Racial Marauder units have the Gloom Strider traits, so they're going to be Umbral demons, they float, they have tentacles, and they want to give you hugs. All free cities also are going to be initiates of the Umbral Abyss and Masters of Corruption. Lastly, we have a small underground, so any kind of mole people are going to have a bad time here. They're going to be smaller underground and lots more dwellings from the Abyss, so small caverns, and you're going to have a bad time. So mutually exclusive with Explorative Underground and Blocked Underground, which means you definitely want to start above ground. So for the Cliffs of Sordünn, we're going to dive in. We're going to select up to hard difficulty, because brutal is not an option.
Your journey
and we are going to begin with Sulkin, who has ascended just for this very purpose. So if you were not around for our Rings of Imnora campaign, you should go back and jump into that one and then watch through and come back here. But if you're not interested, he went, like I said, we went and we ascended to the ranks of the Archons through glorious combat and otherwise. So I've changed up his icon a little bit here, and let's go ahead and just jump in to see what makes Sulkin. So the Elysians start normally with Inner Radiance, Adaptable, and Defensive Tactics. I've changed them so that they have Overwhelm Tactics. My overall favorite racial trait gives you 20% more critical hit chance when standing next to a friendly unit with Overwhelm Tactics that does not stack. So you can't get it up to a 100% chance, but you can stack this with other critical hit chance bonuses, so it makes them just much more likely to critically hit anyway. We have Inner Radiance as previous, which is very good, and then we have Cheerful, so we are going to have a higher chance to critically hit. Our morale gain is going to be increased by 50%, which makes us critically hit more often. Next, we are going to be Architects of Astral, so we can get some Astral affinity going in our group. We are going to have the traits of Societies, or Devotees of Good, which they share pure intentions, compassion, and an unerring devotion to the cause of good. The effects are going to be cities gain 10 gold, and our empire gains 5 Imperium per level of good alignment. We also gain 10 good alignment to start, and units are going to gain 2 experience per turn when you're at maximum good alignment. Our starting bonus is going to be an additional support unit or a polearm unit, either of which is fantastic. Secondly, we're going to have Relentless Crusaders. Since we are here to butcher the corrupted of this realm, we are going to be all about that. So we're going to be gaining 2 additional Imperium for every Empire unit killed. That's good or bad. And then this reward increases by 1 for each level of evil alignment the faction belongs to. We'll gain 30 additional grievances against players with an evil alignment. We gain more good, so this just further empowers our Devotees of Good and allows us to gain Imperium every time we are slaughtering those of other factions. Very, very good together. And next up, we have the Tome of Zeal. We'll be riling up our fanatic population for a common goal: use units with zeal and condemned on enemies. Zeal makes you do more damage and 10% more against condemned units, and Condemned makes you have less status resistance, so you take more effects like Frozen or Misfortune or things like that happen much more easily, on top of just taking more damage because of Zeal, which is awesome. Our special building is the Circle of Zealotry, which gives us 10 draft per positive or negative level of alignment, so lots more units kicking out from your cities, and then more stability per adjacent province improvement, which is good for keeping your city under your control, and then also giving you more of your own squad. We are a champion, of course, so mortal champions have unique army leadership skills, 20% more experience, start with 100 relation with all free cities who are likely going to be evil, so this isn't going to matter as much, but mortal champions are going to start with the command ability, so target friendly non-hero unit regains all of its action points, allowing it to use an additional turn, more or less. And then mortal champions are champion governors, so for each level of renown, we first are going to get more food from farms, population is going to cost less food to gain, each population will grant more gold, mana, and knowledge, and then lastly, units are going to cost less gold and draft to recruit, all of which are fantastic. Sulkin has changed ever so slightly. After ascending and getting ready for war, he has got himself a more battle-ready set of armor here, and then for the squad, they look about the same as they did. We've got the white gold hammer with the gold head, so people can see a little bit of a shine before they go. Finally here, we have set up a few actual heroes, so if we go into advanced settings here, I've got several city names all set up. We've got 9 entries there, and then we've got 4 heroes ready to go. So we've got Arianka, Goddess of Stasis, who is going to be our elementalist set up about ice and frost. She's going to begin with an Architect Orb of Spirit to bolster that. Her ambition is going to be a Lawbringer, so about clearing gold level infestations, which will give her Pragmatic Leader. Cold-blooded and less unit upkeep. Cold-blooded just feels like it works very well for Arianka, the goddess of ice and stasis and just stillness in general. She's also going to be a specialist governor, so per level of renown, her special province improvements are going to get stronger or become cheaper or what have you. Besides Arianka, we have Dalra, goddess of knowledge, who I think looks incredible, and is going to be our ritualist, so she's going to be all about healing and buffing our own units. She's going to begin with a Staff of Spirit, have the elitist ambition, so she's going to want to travel with our ruler. Once she does battle with our ruler, she's going to have the ruler's retinue. As long as she's in the same battle as our ruler, this hero and your ruler have +2 defense and resistance. She doesn't have to be in the same army as our ruler, but as long as she's traveling with them and doing battle with him, she is going to be getting that bonus, which is awesome. She's also a scholarly governor, as the goddess of knowledge. Her level of renown, her research posts are going to be getting stronger, and then at final level, she's just going to get 10% more knowledge income from her city in general, which is awesome. Third, we have Illuminus, the god of light. He is going to be our archer. He's going to be our ranger for this campaign. Rangers are devastatingly powerful. He's not even holding his arrow. Poor Illuminus. He looks very similar to Sulkin, just with a bit more of a glowy white. He's going to shine like a diamond, and if you have any light, it's going to shine back in your face too. It's great. He's going to be a steward, so he's going to be all about growing his city to 16 population, which is going to give his adjacent friendly units more defense and resistance. He's also an agricultural governor to allow that population to get up to 16 as fast as possible. Each farm is going to grant us more food, stability, more population. Later on is going to get us gold, mana, and knowledge per. And then lastly, each population is going to cost 30% less food, so he's going to be all about getting up to that max, which I think is 30, as quickly as we can. He is the god of light. Lastly, we have the Lady Wizard, goddess of the hearth, who looks very similar to what she did last time, except for she's been changed ever so slightly. So the Lady Wizard has herself a lovely crimson halo, is the only one of our squad with crimson and gold armor, and is a battle saint, just like Sulkin. Battle saints are the new Archon Prophecies hero that is going to gain fervor through particular actions that they can spend for powerful support abilities or to empower themselves and smite their enemies. They're either going to be about buffing your own troops and healing them, or just slaughtering everyone in your way and not worrying about any damage they take in the process. They're fantastic. She's got a Lance of Glory, so she's got a kind of charging lance ability, and then a mount, of course. So our mount this time, instead of the Spirit Bear, is going to be kind of a gray stag, which I think works out for the God of Vengeance quite well. Her ambition is going to be Steward as well, so up to 16 population will give us that Protector ability. And then we've got the Trollkin Governor, which her level of renown will make our Foresters stronger, and then eventually will allow us to recruit the different kinds of Ogres, River Trolls, and Swamp Trolls. We'll see if we end up using the trolls. They're going to be good if we have to face enemies that are specifically weak to things like poison bolts or just physical damage in general. But we probably won't use the trolls unless. Trollkin Governor is just fantastic for the buffs that foresters give to your faction. Alright, that is Sulkin's kind of newly reworked version. Let's dive right on in. Oh, hang on, we gotta close this all up. Now let's dive right on in.
At last the Archons had allied themselves with Magehaven in the war against Urath. And they brought with them a prophecy which would prove vital if victory were to be attained. The prophecy of Arnon. Divine myopia. Balance enchained. Giant empires fall. Darkness reigns. From traitor's blood, fate's trail divides. Corruption cleansed through fractured light. Divine guard must rest for new powers to rise, who weigh the cost of mercy against a vengeful demise. This prophecy forbade the Archons from getting involved directly, and thus it fell to the Godia of Magehaven to choose one of their own, who they deemed powerful enough to fulfill this vital mission. The Archons would lend their strength by sending their champion, an elven protege they had taken beneath their divine wings. Their mission was to liberate the Cliffs of Sordünn, the prophesied fallen realm that was once part of the giant empire of Merida. This realm was to be reclaimed from the umbral abyss and its corrupted ruler, who was desecrating the lands and its inhabitants through foul magic. Together, the two chosen Godia would unveil truths beyond what the prophecy of Arnon foretold.
Indeed, Sulkin and magical elven mama to the rescue. And we arrive. The Cliffs of Sordünn are, honestly, looking quite nice. A new ruler emerges. We've got our Tome of Zeal, of course, and we are Architects of Astral. And I guess we didn't mention what the Architects are all about. If you didn't watch our Rings of Ibnora campaign, what are you doing? Go back there and watch that. Otherwise, Architects have a higher than normal production income. They're going to collect Wonderstone to build impressive monuments to the affinities, and later on, if you don't have any monuments you want to build, you can build up other things called effigies to the affinities, which will give you stacking buffs depending on your affinity incarnate, which is going to be a buff that you build up through building up the different monuments. And as you build up that affinity incarnate, you're going to get more damage on the chosen affinity that you're going to go for. It's only going to be for your dominant affinity. And I think if you go for multiple different monuments, so if you say you build up a order monument, that's going to give you as high up into the tier as that does. So if you say you get 2 order affinity, that'll give you 2 additional spirit damage. And you get 2 shadow affinity alongside that, that'll give you 2 additional frost damage. And those effects are going to be increased by single shot attacks. So your architects are an incredibly fun and unique culture. Monuments are going to be their very own build a wonder. Counts as a gold tier ancient wonder when it's all finished, but you can see here the stage 1 is going to be giving you 1 infinity incarnate. Stage 2 gives you an additional incarnate. And then also the Empire is going to gain 1 of the monument's affinity. So you are going to gain more of whatever that monument is, and then have more stability. Stage 3, you get an additional affinity incarnate, 1 more of that affinity, 20 stability is the same as normal, and then on top of that, 10% more food production and draft in that city. And then at stage 4, you get 1 more affinity incarnate, 1 more infinity, and then 10% to all income, including things like gold and knowledge and the sort. It's also going to count as a gold ancient wonder that you can bind, and then count towards your magic victory. We begin with Summoned Zealot and Resilient Incarnation. Very good. Resilient Incarnation is an incredible spell that only gets stronger in the late game. Cliffs of Sordünn. I mean, this is a 5-skull difficulty quest. Umbral Stronghold and Ruler defeated. You have settled on an island off the Cliffs of Sordünn. A light mist rests on the islands around you, obscuring a coast in the distance. You remember the description of the realm you were given. To the north and south, you see the jagged outlines of islands, small patches of land dotting the ocean. To the east, you imagine the looming cliffs of Sordünn, flamed by the umbral abyss. The ocean blocks them from your reach, and you from theirs. The distance may be a blessing, for now the umbral abyss may slumber, but their forces may be overwhelming if you stir them without preparation. We must prepare our invasion of the umbral abyss. So we gotta be much less aggressive than I normally am. Much less murder hobo. The first quest is a one skull. We need to meet an Archon champion. Before you can investigate further, a divine chime interrupts your thoughts and you were contacted by an Archon. Now, we have to see if we can remember Anon's voice. Hail, God of Vengeance Sulkin. I am Anon, Keeper of Prophecies. It was I who recorded the prophecy that brought you here. 'Tis a strange twist of fate to write the very prophecy that forbids me to act upon it. Alas, as an Archon myself, I must abide by it, and will instead provide insight where I can. You will find our champion to the north. She may not be an Archon, but she will be a powerful ally to your cause. If this is Julia, the same as last time, she should be pretty incredible, so she's to the north. We get some allegiance, handed out guaranteed, and then some knowledge. Tell me more about this prophecy. We already know the prophecy. I will find this ally. Alright, for our first research, I think we want to go ahead and get the Legion of Zeal up and running. Gives all of our enchanted units Zeals that deal more damage. Seems pretty good. We're going to begin with Sulkin himself. The Shade Maker here. Our tier 2 ranged unit. These ladies are incredible. So they deal a mixture of physical and whatever damage that your affinity is. So since we are currently, and we were going to be the entire time, Incarnates of Order, we're going to be dealing spirit damage. Their secondary ability, we'll have to show it here because my UI is going to jank. As you can see here, they also have Giant Slayer, so shooting any large targets is going to deal 40% more damage. This gets crazy in the late game. They also have Incarnate Shot as a 1 hex radius that has a 90% chance of inflicting weakened per infinity incarnate this unit has, up to a max of 5 stacks. Weakened is just going to make enemies deal less damage. It's very strong. It also counters Strengthened, so if they have any kind of stacks of Strengthened, you can remove them from them. We also have a tier 1 shock unit that is going to be with us here. The Earthbreaker is incredible looking. Not my favorite unit of of all of them, but still, I honestly think the Architects are probably my absolute favorite culture. They are a shock unit, as I said. They have a sweeping charge, unlike other shock units. So being on foot means they can't move as far as your normal shock units that might have cavalry. But these guys have the charge attack that is going to be a hex, dealing 20% more damage per hex traveled. Oops, it's an AoE rather, is what I was trying to say. And targets enemies in a 1 hex cone, and then enemies that are hit besides your primary target will take 20% of the attack's damage. It's not the most, but if you're dealing things later on that give them stuff like frozen or shock or anything like that, it is going to apply that to units that get hit as well, so you could possibly freeze 3 units at once, which is insanely potent. We also are going to have the support unit, the Cultivator here, which is awesome. These ladies have kind of a flashlight blast that does whatever of the affinity that you are most dominant in. It deals damage. It's fair enough. And then you also have the kind of support ability that is going to be cultivating an affinity. So you link to a friendly unit, dispel 1 negative status effect, and then while you're linked, the target unit gains 2 additional affinity incarnate of whatever your dominant is. And at the start of their turn, they gain temporary hit points, 10 heals per turn, and then they dispel 1 of their negative status effects. It is very good. These are support units you can pretty much use into the late game, and you're still going to be benefiting quite well, especially from our other tier 2 unit that we don't quite have yet. Sulkin, you can see, looks a little bit different. I've given him kind of black ear wings and much more armored. He's a scary lad. He's also going to be a duelist. So if he slays an enemy ruler in combat against heroes, he'll be dealing 50% more damage and having more defense and resistance. It is an incredibly potent ambition as long as you can actually fulfill it. Alright, quick jump cut. Lady Wizard was shouting in the room, and I wanted to make sure that no one else needed to meet the real life God of Vengeance. Alright, so the last unit we have here to show off is going to be our scout unit for the Architects, the Surveyor. They are going to have these kind of winged boots of Hermes, and they are going to be a battle mage in terms of what they're going to be counted as. They have farsight so they can see further, and they are going to be all about surveying provinces with magic materials to gain you Wonderstone for that kind of initial bump of Wonderstone to start up your, I guess, initial monuments. So they are going to be fantastic. We are going to send him along, try to find it just that. Usually it's best to send them along the roads. Looks like there's no fights here early on, which is interesting. Oh, here we are. A Houndmaster right off the bat is not amazing. He's just got it in his little pouch. Yeah, there's the tentacles. Already starting off strong with those. We've got tentacles, and then just a heap of Inferno Hounds. At least they're weak to Spirit. So Sulkin. Oh, and we have to go to the north too. So sending Sulkin to the south to scout out another location for a city is a good idea. Then we can send our Architect north to go, or our, what are you called? Surveyor north to go find Julia. So you move on down, we'll go ahead and fight this first battle together. Let's see how auto combat handles things. We lose our Surveyor, but Sulkin gets a level. Let's see if we can do a little bit better than that. Houndmaster makes things a bit spicy because it has an additional unit, but hey, guess what? Because Sulkin is ascended, he also gets a unit. And... oh, it's a biblically accurate angel. You all are doomed. And the Vigil is insane. So these guys have Radiant Bolts, combination of fire and spirit damage. I think we're going to have to... they have a chance of blinding enemies hit, and then the Purifying Blast is an AoE that does 40 damage, and then removes all positive status effects. These guys are goofy strong. Just look at this. Our starting attack is a Sky Laser that deals so much damage. Alright, how far can your hounds move? You tend to want to move just into their line of sight and just into their range. That way you can... I think it's the AI, the Marauders, they have to have like 10% of their army that can reach you, and then they'll move towards you. Otherwise, they'll stay back. Let's do something like this. And then the Flashlight Warrior can kind of stay back and wait till they try to drop off any debuffs on us. Alright. And they fire into our Surveyor. Go bite our Vigil. Two of them. Get stabbed first, then taking the spirit damage back. Not bad, not bad. So now we can go ahead and cultivate Order Incarnate on our archers. Make them deal even more damage. And then they can go for their AoE shot. It does deal friendly fire damage, you have to keep that in mind. We'll shoot that back here. Weaken these both.
Yeah.
Okay, just straight up kill here. How much damage are you gonna deal to our Surveyor? They can heal fairly decently. Let's go ahead and take out the Battle Hound.
Yeah.
Charge attack here. Because the Vigil can easily absorb one bite. And then just take these guys out with the Purifying Blast. And then... so we have to worry about getting stabbed a couple guys here. I don't think it's a concern. Shiv to the dogs. Morale is up to high now, so we should be critically hitting like crazy. These enemies should be fumbling their shots. Woohoo. They got a crit. That was impressive. I was going to take you out then with the Scout, because you deserve it. The Kamehameha of Spirit. Great thing about the Earthbreakers is they also are going to destroy anything people are hiding in, so you can use them to get rid of cover. And then allow your Shademakers to let lads fight in the lovely cover of shade. When you approach the angel's body, a soul rises from it. Its voice, warm as sunshine, says, "Well met, Wayfarer. What you see at your feet is my body, which could not bear the hardships of my imprisonment, and now my eternal soul is free. Your actions have brought peace to this unfortunate angel. Allow me to bestow upon you a parting gift. What will you ask of this gentle soul?" Ask for healing, gain a lesser light spirit, and then it gains the grateful trait. Also, it's faithful. Do not yet depart. Your saviors still need your light. Now we need the good alignment. For your salvation. It only heals the scout trooper, which is kind of funny. Alright, let's go ahead and send you back north to go discover Julia. Our ruler has leveled up. Excellent. And so they are a battle saint, so we can go for cleric or paladin. Or Sulkin is a paladin. Decisive command allows our basically refresh of any non-hero unit's skills to be free, which is amazing. And now we've got our first production to set up in here in Ramas. City of Sulkin. I'm going to always start with the Magitextural Archive. They basically combined our production building and our library, which is amazing. And then we'll go ahead and get an additional... Let's go one more Earthbreaker. We're going to need troops more than scouts. We don't really want the Umbral Abyss to know we're here, and if we move this way, they'll find us much faster. That's a good first turn. These turns should be fairly quick until we meet all of our rivals. There, you step down once.
Yeah.
Then we have a little bit of reinforcements against this bear. Clear that out and keep on moving. Safe battle, it says. Let's see. That's not bad, but I think we can do a little bit better. Plus, I quite like our battles here in Age of Wonders. We've got magic crystals to buff up our damage. So we'll have our Virgil be a frontline battle mage. Same thing here. Can't really get in line with any of the crystals, which is unfortunate. Our scout kind of can. There we go. Everyone in line. Death Beetle actually can teleport in close to us. Let's see what it tries. No, it just goes for the bite. Punch to the face in return. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and Affinity and Quarter Affinity up here. Ultimate Affinity. I get mixed up. My brain likes to try to blend the two words. So we're going to try and Incarnate Shot you two. Weaken them both. Purging Blast. These two units. Oh, it actually detonates the crystal too? Awesome. Soul can go ahead and have our Vigil take another turn. And then blind this bear. One bear down. Oh, you can't quite hit anyone. That's too bad. We'll move forward, go with a 50% chance. Shot, no hit. Sulkin's gonna just stuck in here doing nothing, isn't he? Well, go for the strike. It's a crit, they're down. It's not. So, they're not. Shield wall works, though. Any damage coming back is not gonna be as much. They bite our battle mage. Oh, really? Fair enough. Seems like something you guys are going to regret more than me, but let's see. 19 damage on the crit, and then the Battle Angel can finish things. Radiant Graze. Amazing. Ring of Resistance. We'll go ahead and open up the hero screen and go ahead and equip that right away. It's nothing crazy, but it'll give us a little bit more damage resistance against any kind of magical attacks. Anything not physical. Alright, you go ahead and move to the north then. Go meet Julia. We'll go clear out this small monster den. Summon a Zealot. Not a bad idea. They begin with zeal, so they can clobber lads, condemn them, and clobber them even harder. Ooh, this den is aggressive. They've got a wild speaker that can conjure in another animal. I still think we can win that one, especially with our Zealot summon. Okay, so we've got a haunted graveyard to our north. It's still sleeping, so it'll become active in 3 turns. We need to wipe this one out to our south quickly. Drop in a city, or an outpost. Probably, like, right here. Then we can have Ramas expand to the north. Oh, good. We have an Umbrella Abyss portal right next to us. That is likely scripted. A risky battle, it says. I'm thinking Sulkin can handle it, no problem. Got kind of an animal boneyard here. Alright, Sulkin, you go ahead and take the 4. Looks like if we set up right here, only one can strike us unless they try to circle around. And they cannot. So Angel, move in, you go round. Yeah, something like that. And then instead, we'll actually go ahead, because they have nothing that can really do anything crazy, we'll go ahead and cultivate Order Affinity here, that we can heal them a little bit next turn. Oh, unexpected. It just smashed right through. Okay, well, fair enough. Radiant Bolts are going to deal up to 36 damage and blind. That is such a good AoE.
Yeah.
Then we need to move up and smack them with the anti-retaliation here. You come up and away. Titan bow twice. This is a large target. Extra damage. Still can go ahead and give our Angel its movement back, and it can just go ahead and almost kill the Matriarch. Being blinded is bad news. I'll tell you that much. That's game over for the Matriarch. Sulkin, let's move to here. We'll have the Zealot move up as well. Damage. And damage. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and drop down their Incarnation here to make them tankier. And then we'll pass the turn. That'll deal 9 damage. It's not going to be as potent of a buff now, but later on, it's going to get crazy. Come on, then. Love to see that crit. They're trying. Wasn't enough, though.
Yeah.
Big smack.
Yeah, what?
Takes out retaliation on both. See how that is an incredibly useful bit of tech there. Go ahead and blind these spiders so they don't get to do any kind of retaliating themselves. Flashlight blast here.
Alright.
Go ahead and kill these spiders, giving us room to move up and... Oh, it didn't quite work. Although, how much health do you have? 2? If you hit us, you take more enough damage to die. Moves in. Damage. Stab you. And that should be enough. We can go for another Incarnation, because it's very cheap. 5 mana for more tankiness. Always useful. I think that's gonna hurt. Thankfully, just a graze. Let's go ahead and pursue their range target. You're blind now, son. Go ahead and cultivate up with you. Singeon in. Not quite a flank. That's too bad. Stop them from pursuing our other general. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we can. If they try to run, they're going down. Goes to the flank shot. Ooh, thank goodness. I'm not even going to go ahead and get hit with a Quill Hide. I'm just going to move. Go for the guaranteed strike with the Sky Laser. 45% chance to hit. That'll do. Critical hit. So we're going to be getting into the critical hit threshold much faster due to Cheerful. One of the things I wanted to try out here with our order build. Blessed Dragon Mount. Awesome. Even if just to break down, that's pretty great. Go ahead and send you forward. So there is that's a scary force. Wow. Elite. We could expand underground from down here too. So I'm thinking if anything, Sulkin should probably put the town like right here. And that allows us to expand everything. Get that up and running fast. We'll go... I'd rather have a Forester, so we'll go Forester here. That way it speeds along our architectural, or magitectural archive. And then we can go for either the storehouse, the workshop needs a farm. I'm gonna go workshop, just keep buffing up production as much as I can. I'm not gonna spend any of our Imperium just yet. We'll level up yet again. Next we go for the foraging training, so that all non-hero units gain hit points per turn. They regenerate a little bit faster, which is always good. Alright, the archive's done. And so is our turn. Go ahead and snooch right past this haunted graveyard here. And we've met Julia. You're approached by a regal elven woman. Her stature is proud, but her eyes betray ages of strife, loss, and hope. Hail, god of vengeance Sulkin, she says. My name is Julia of House Inyok, keeper of life. I was sent here by the Archons to aid you on this realm. As she gazes upon the coast in the distance, her voice fades for a moment. So many worlds, ravaged by darkness. We must fight back. As a token of goodwill, I offer you the knowledge to traverse the seas of Sordünn. I also realize you may have more questions for me. Your diplomatic state with Julia of House Inyok changes to alliance. You also gain the basic seafaring skill, which will enhance our empire. Allows us to embark on water and use vessels to cross over the seas. And for flying and floating units to travel over water as well. Who are you? Julia smiles with profound sadness. Who am I? That is a hard question to answer. I am the daughter of the late Emperor of Inyok of Athla, who I have loved and warred against. I am sister to Meandor, who I have warred against and loved. I am... Her voice catches, only shortly. Widowed to my beloved king, Saradus. I have warred, loved, followed, and reigned. I have seen great atrocities and beautiful kindness. I have been an outcast and a queen. Above all, I am a mother to my 2 children, Thanis and Sundrin, in life and beyond. Do you know anything about the prophecy that brought us here? And playing in this one as Sundrin might have different dialogue for you. Sundrin is a playable character, so that might be worth it. Do you know anything about the prophecy that brought us here? Julia nods slowly. I know of the prophecy of Anon, and I've seen the Archons debate its interpretation. I may be the champion of the Archons, but I speak for myself when I say, words carry much meaning, or many meanings, and prophecies can be as dangerous as they are helpful. I have seen many wise men and women who became blinded by their own radiance. The Archons believe that all impurities need to be purged. I think the prophecy speaks of an alternative. The Archons may push, but in the end you decide whether this prophecy, or how, this prophecy is fulfilled. A grand responsibility, god of vengeance. Have you fought them before? She sighs and nods. I have fought the forces of the Umbral Abyss many times before. The final time I lost. When the world gates opened, the empires of Athla were already torn by war and conspiracy. We stood valiantly, but my husband, he was assassinated, and I was captured instead. A bitter tone creeps into her voice as she continues. One day, I was freed. Through an act as kind as it was foolish. I was found by an Archon vanguard and led to Imnora. I have learned much about their culture, but I am glad to travel and rebuild the realms again. I accept your aid, Julia. Let us fight the Umbral Abyss together. Well, she's up here on her own island, and she is an architect of nature. Interesting. Interesting. She's a wizard king. The exalted elves, they are going to have sharp eyes, unicorns, and elusive. And they're architects of nature, devotees of good, and druidic terraformers. Fair enough. Ooh, what about your tranquility pool? I will take that for whatever gold you are requiring. Thank you. Because that gives us even more Wonderstone. Beautiful. Alright, so we'll go ahead and come up into the Haunted Graveyard here and gather this Wonderstone. We're up to 50 total. We can head to the underground and see if we can find any more. This is quite the small island, so Ramas is going to grow to the north, and our other island is going to grow to the south, but we can, or our other city, but we can really only have 2 cities on this one island, if that. We've got another gate here, that's crazy. So we need to build up quick. Alright, well we have taken a little bit more damage than I would like. The fight against this Spirit Wolf is probably going to be taxing, to say the least. What if we wait a turn? Instead, come see what's underground. These guys have Spirit Weakness, but they're dealing 21 damage a swing. I think we come on down here and fight them instead. So let's work together. Here, you come away 1, Sulkin. You come underground, just so you can help out. A risky battle. With our Guardian Angel, we should be fine. This is what we call a false. Here's our new best friend. Alright, so Sulkin, you go ahead and take 4. We definitely need more proper healers. Cultivators are fine, but they don't actually heal except for this order affinity stuff. Vigil across. And that's a good first turn. And they also heal due to turning to stone. That's a huge hit. Then it detonates the crystals as well. Yeah. And they can reach just about everyone. Should we make the first move on them? Yeah. Probably not a bad call. Carnage can't reach. Magic recharge? Oh, interesting. So what if Sulkin, you move to here? You move to here. Sulkin perhaps to this position. Go ahead and give... Trying to kill a unit here. Almost. Sulkin, you move to here. Drop off the command. And then turn to face your attackers. Pretty potent Spirit Blast. We can go for an Incarnate Shot here. Big AoE. Didn't weaken anyone. Then the Flashlight Blast can just kill this unit outright. Now we're really only dealing with these 2. Which I say is completely acceptable. They move in, do a bit of damage to our archers. 24 is still pretty hefty. And they just go down due to punching themselves in the face. And that's that. Glorious victory. Forced Mail, which we'll go ahead and immediately equip on Sulkin. Skill point as well. While Army Leader, all non-hero units gain more hit points. We'll also give you the Initiative Order, which unlocks you a few signature skills. Zealous and Faithful. We're going to go for Faithful. And then anyone who hits him is going to suffer Remorse, which means they will be losing morale even faster. You can come on up back to the surface and we can go deal with the Spirit Wolves, hopefully. Quite quickly. We'll have Sulkin kind of explore just a little bit down here to see what's going on. We'll go ahead and summon in another Zealot. Right, day 5 dawns. We can summon in a Zealot, and Julia has stuff to talk about. Flicker in the dark. 1 Umbral Abyss pocket investigated. As you travel the Cliffs of Sordünn, Julia contacts you. Sulkin, I'm realize we must focus on our mission, but I sense another presence nearby. Something or someone reaches out to me from the umbral abyss. My nature rejects the darkness I sense, and yet something deep within me urges me to investigate. It feels twisted yet familiar, as if almost. No, I must not hope in vain. Julia pleads, I implore you to investigate this call. I feel it's important. We get a unit handed out as a reward guaranteed. I will consider this. Is it Sundren? Captured by the Void. We accept. The mission to destroy that haunted graveyard, and then we'll go ahead and put in work camp costs 100. We can definitely afford it. Go ahead and send this bonk troop down to the south, and then Sulkin. Okay, it's completely blocked off. Good to know. Destroying an infestation or conquering a free city gains a stacking 300 relations to all cities for 10 turns. It's not a very good use of your Imperium. Much better use is building up cities. Yeah, let's go ahead and stand here next to. Head underground. So we've got a demi-giant ruins over here that'll be really easy for us to clear. And we'll move up this way. So we've got one other group of moles. It's Blint's Undercorrupted. The Mold Warps. They're strong moles. Alright, we'll go ahead and summon another Zealot here with Sulkin directly. And they can all just travel up to the surface together. Gonna take a few turns though. 15. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that immediately. And we'll snag a farm here on this pasture. And then, so now that we've got all of our extra production as high as possible, we're gonna go ahead and snag the storehouse to further speed up our growth. And then for our city, we'll go for another cultivator. Our only real way to heal right now. Day 6. Legion of Zeal's ready to go. Very good enchantment. Right, we'll go ahead and snag the Incarnate Mark as well. I realized that one went away from us last game. Very early on, we could not acquire it again, which is the worst. I didn't even see that production there. Whoops. Let's get over here and grab whatever this is. Some gold. Sounds good to me. And then we secure ourselves a vendor for a little bit more cash money. Sulkin, let's get to the surface. And over here to take out this Spirit Wolf. Oh, hello there, Brigand Camp. I'm here for all these infestations. That is lots of early experience. Alright, so next we'll go ahead and grab a Dredger Quarry out here on the sea, which will unlock us our shipyard too for more gold. One down to this outpost and turn. Alright, so swing on back. As close as you need you to be able to reinforce. A risky battle, we'll fight it ourselves. It's only risky because it's not really calculating our vigil very well. What say you now, ghosts? Oh, they're gonna eat the trees. Now, the Lorax would not be happy with you. You need to calm down with all that tree snacking. Send our Zealot back. Everyone's very spread out. Sulkin, let's move this way. Go ahead and link up with Sulkin. Yeah, stand in the way of our archers. Get next to Sulkin and bring our Battle Angel in, and then the Zealots next to them. Let's say you ghosts. Fair enough. I mean, that's huge damage. Drop that here. 37. Soul can go ahead and decisive command our Vigil again. Then have it move up and blast the birds here. Second one is graze. That's too bad.
Yeah, ma.
Long troops can't quite reach. You guys can though, can't you?
Uh-huh. Yo. Yeah.
Now we're gonna lure them in. Sulking back one. Draw these clowns towards us. Then we'll bully them. Go ahead and get out in front here. As long as the hawks can't reach our archers, I am happy. Don't think... Oh, no, you can reach this guy. See, that's too bad. They go all in on the vigil? Yeah, they do. Bold strategy, Cotton. That goes for a bit of a poison blast, which is going to work very well. I just go for a big incarnate shot here. Let's do it after we do everything else, though. Oh, see, I definitely didn't do that. Yes, we did. Too late now. I'm trying to click off of them, and instead, just got them hit by everyone.
Yeah.
Dim them.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna go ahead and accept the friendly fire damage. 'Cause it almost kills most of those units. You don't get the flank that way, but if we can move up, then we get the flank. And the overwhelm tactics both.
You are? Alright.
Spirit blast. Doesn't quite kill.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this is very effective. And Soul can come over and take out their elite. And what do you guys got? Whole bunch of nothing. Flanking poison attack, and you get remorse. Feel bad for striking our battle saint. And then taking equal damage.
Alright.
What we did is awesome.
Ah, yeah.
Spirit weakness. Come on in here and break down their trees they're hiding in.
You are?
Huge smack. Radiant blast there, and then our archer rather can run up and crit you in. Love to see it. The Volley Veil of True Sight. See, now that is a proper ring, because it gives us a higher chance to dodge any kind of ranged attacks.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll butcher this brigand camp and move on through.
Huh?
Excellent. How long before we have our next hero? 4 turns? We can go faster than that, but that feels like a waste. And then next turn we'll be able to get the golden ziggurat. Let's go for a shipyard. Boost up our gold. Julia's out on crusade. Interesting. Where are you coming from? Interesting strategy, I can't lie. Nah, I was going here naturally. That way we're not getting attacked by the guys on the sea. And one more turn there. We go ahead and interact this population. I see no reason not to. Go ahead and grab a mine here. And that gold main just really boost up our gold. There's only one other ruler besides Julia. Oh, you could catch us? I guess because they could all fly. Now we need to hopefully we can fall back. This army shouldn't be able to besiege any cities because there's no tier 5 units. Man, but you never know. They snack on some trees.
Yeah.
And we'll just go ahead and run. Please don't die. Please. Well, guess we're gonna get punished this time. And we're definitely gonna want to rotate up that way quickly, but they can't do anything to us, so I'm also not that concerned. There's a research post here. Turn that into a vengeance city. Attack this brigand camp is a low-risk battle, which we'll fight ourselves. They just can't calculate our vigil for whatever reason. Its effectiveness against the Umbral Abysses cannot be understated. Yeah, you hover up here. Sulkin, you move in behind them. Punch unit on either side.
Alright.
And then keep healing up Sulkin. He is taking the most damage. Alright, the octopus troops are trying to go around the vigil. Wonder why. Oh wait, it didn't work. That's too bad. Wow. Sky laser for the win. You incarnate anyone from there? No. I say we just... say stick to our current position and let them come after us. They're trying to target our weaker unit here, which is perfectly fine by me. So let's do something like that. Didn't expect them to shoot there. That spreads out their damage a lot more now. Go across all my units, perfect. Can't even get in close enough. So radiant bolts to kill the higher tier theories over here. Or at least the higher health ones.
Ah, yeah.
Disrupt both of their defense modes. And we'll think about that one. Can you reach? You can. If you can reach, you can at least get close enough to activate overwhelm tactics. Absolutely incarnate shot here. They both gain strengthened? Why? Shield of Light, Umbral Flesh, Gloomstrider. Who knows?
You what? Yeah.
Let's go ahead and run up and overwhelm tactics, but I condemn them first if we can. That didn't happen. So we'll Spirit Blast.
You what?
Go ahead and re-up on the Angel's ability to strike. Kill the other archers. Sulkin can move in and weaken these defenders. Take some inner lightning damage back, but that seems pretty good. I think it re-condemned. Go for the Grays. They might be able to kill this Zealot. Flanking strike, only 2 damage. Nope. Can't cut it.
Huh?
50% chance to hit. Let's go for the 90%. One strike being that deadly is pretty fantastic. Step forward. Double shot.
Away?
Oh, there we go. And death by spear. Alright, another set of marauders dealt with. We get ourselves an accurate crown, which would be good for any of our casters or rangers.
Huh?
Oh, and then another magic material down here. That is amazing. Well, they will definitely start trying to burn things. We'll go ahead and keep you here, Cultivator. Definitely go for the Town Hall Tier 2. And then we snag ourselves an additional Earthbreaker. I believe we need 200 Wonderstone for our foundation. We're getting there. The more magic materials we acquire, the faster we will get there. Also, Julia, if you come down here and put an outpost, I am going to be... That is going to be the worst teamwork I've ever seen from a character ever. You need to leave. And that would be ridiculous. Go north and give yourself some more room. They're not going to. It's the AI. Even if they're friendly, they're going to be just acting like complete snakes. Maybe try if we dial this back a little bit, because if she puts down an outpost up here, that's going to be... That's not helping her alliance, that's just screwing them over. So, we'll see. Come on now. Why would this be a thing? This isn't an alliance move. This is stealing territory from me. Okay, then. For no reason. She screws her entire faction over just to steal territory. What about that makes sense for an ally? You shouldn't be allowed to do this. Whatever. Sometimes this game has aspects of it that are extremely unfun and anti-player. Put them down. And that one ought to resolve. That is so lame. It's what they did in the Rings of Imnora, too, where they were like, oh, you're our ally? Okay, good, I'm gonna set up a city right next to you. Why? You have all this territory. Well, because you can't use it then. Legion Zeal will go ahead and activate. Make our troops tougher. And I'll try to dial back the salt. That's so unfortunate. I mean, obviously can't kill Julia, so... She just gets to set up that army, or this city, for no reason. For free. And whatever comes through here is going to come right after us. That is... whatever. Frustrating Prime. Let's save our Imperium still. There's no reason to use that. Should be able to sneak over here and grab this. And if she comes over and gets another outpost down, it'd be like, okay, Julia, what are you trying to do here? 111 more food. Maybe enough for another bit of expansion. I mean, since she's going to put a city up to the north, we have to cut her off. Way to be a team player there, Julia.
Uh-huh.
Back up this way, here at Ramas. In fact, we've already started constructing you, but we do need surveyors more. Oh, I'm glad you're gonna leave after putting this down. It'd be fantastic if this random army would come back and just burn this for us, but they're absolutely not going to. They've got priorities. Taking out my stuff.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to just let them burn this, so we're gonna come down here. And take out this army defending this magic material. Because them burning that is not that big a deal, all things considered. Next, we can go ahead and snag the Tavern in 5 turns. Legion of Zeal up and ready to go, only gonna cost us 9 more spirit damage for us. And make sure you don't get caught by them, so you just come up this way. Alright, next turn we get a new hero, so... And that's at least a positive. I will remember this for the future, though. Put down an outpost, because otherwise... You monster. I love the aggression. What we got here? Heroes offer to join. Beautiful. We've got Daura, Luminous, and the Lady Wizard. Who do we need first? Honestly, probably Illuminous. Nope, we're reading the Lady Wizard. Welcome, Lady Wizard. Facing down 2 forces. If we had anything else to help, I think we could handle that one, but nah, we'll let them go for a turn. We attack here. They have Rally and a Fortune, which we can dispel with our Battle Mage. We kill... We'll see if we can keep the Zealot alive. Expendable they are, but I'd like to try to not use them as such just yet. Love you can hit us with the turnaround move. That guy's just dead. Likely we're in trouble here. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw you in. We've got the Overwhelm tactics up and running.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Alright.
Something like this. Cultivate Order Affinity here on you, archers. And then we'll pass. Since these are all skirmishers as well, we do want to try to draw them into our archers area. They're all just making a line.
Away?
Well, the best thing to do is to try to teleport these guys away from us. You zap them, they jump backwards away from whatever just hit them. Because we can't really reach them, we kind of want to stay behind and in trees. So you come into this foliage. Spirit Blast this group. You get a graze, unfortunately. Let these zealots sit up front. Take the majority of that damage. 22 there. Yeah, they can absorb those poison needles pretty effectively.
Uh-huh.
Man, the grazing is unfortunate. Since we're not getting any more tankiness, we'll let them be an offering. And then you guys charge up. Smack. This unit still should teleport these guys away from us. Alright, we can shield wall this group. Incarnate Resilience for the lot of them. And pass. Trying to get too fancy with it is hurting them. So these guys will now just fall back. Let the rest of our army move in. That's big damage. They teleport a long ways away. The Vigil be up front. And just go ahead and stare down this group. They should teleport further away now, and they're blind.
Uh-huh. Away?
No retaliation when they use their little poof escape. Spirit Blast here.
Nah.
Status vulnerability is quite nice. Putting them in the lions did we move them in, but I think it's entirely fine. Big swing. Then we'll go the resilience here. Alright, turns them around. If all of the units focus one, we're probably gonna lose them. Turns the zealots around. Poison needle into those zealots. Got 2 more. Oh, really? Cliffs.
Yeah.
I'll run up and smash.
Mm-hmm.
Can't quite go for the big AoE yet. Zap the ones that have already teleported. They're doing their very best to stay away from our archers. Kill here. Just about kill there.
Yeah. Ah,
Let's not get pinned in place because we don't have to. We'll just go ahead and take these two out. Light flashlight tag here. Even a gray sends them along, and then we can move up and chop into these nature spirits. Let's go for another resilient incarnation on these two. 8 damage from the poison. They just made sure to flip them twice. Poison needle there. Old move. Make it radiant blast. Zaps them for some huge damage. Refill their movement. Sue the demon. Back to hell with you, sir. Get into position for the possible critical hit.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hit us back and die. What a shame. Ring of Deflection grants extra defense resistance against physical range and magic attacks. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, well.
Oh, we've cleared that nonsense. Time to turn and get after these monkeys. Burning our stuff down. Our ruler has leveled up. Let's go ahead and make him a paladin, so every time he lands attack, we gain some fervor. Clear all stacks of fervor and gain 1 strengthen and heal. That is the way. Gain an additional Whispering Stone and gain the opportunity to dig underground. Neither of those are very good. Should be able to gain the opportunity to send these guys after her. It's definitely not going to. Province is being pillaged. Prague has been founded. And the Lady Wizard can take over at Prague for now. Arianka can be here soon. We have no money in terms of money. Let's go ahead and at least give Prague an additional population right off the bat here. And let's expand into a forester here. You could take him if we had a little bit more, but we don't, so we will not be risking that. We go more zealots, though. Snag Incarnate Mark first, and then we can acquire more zealots.
Yeah.
Can't rebuild this yet because there's hostiles in my domain. Alright, well the Fanatical Workforce spell is done, so we gain 60 production for 3 turns at a cost of 20 food. Inspiring Chant. Strengthen if they have Zeal. Let's go for Conjure Elemental. Always a good one to have. Incarnate Mark increases our upkeep for our fighters that don't belong to our culture by 2 each. Alright, and now the army should be easily big enough to take on these random clown marauders. I take a bit of damage, but we're in friendly territory, so it should heal extra fast. Blessed Dragon is better because it flies, so enjoy there, Lady Wizard. Give you a helmet. And the Ring of Deflection. And that's pretty incredible. Alright, Scout, you come on down towards this Wonderstone.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Wizard, you can come on out to sea and grab the gold. We do not want to cross the sea ourselves just yet.
Alright.
I'm thinking we just want to kind of stay in range of Sulkin for now. Now we can start getting our elites. Or at least our units that are going to start actually fully empowering us, our Guardians. What makes these guys so crazy is the Incarnate Disruption, so I'm not going to mouse... Well, actually, we definitely can. Adjacent enemy units suffer -1 damage type resistance associated with each stack of Affinity Incarnate on this unit. The higher Affinity Incarnate you get, the weaker adjacent enemies are to whatever damage type you were dealing the most of. These guys get incredible in the late game. So we're going to acquire one. And also a Magic Actual Archive. Ramas has produced its Surveyor. Excellent. If anything, making our combat spells cheaper is going to be pretty useful. And then we could use our other Imperium on quickly building the population here. So let's go for a farm on this side. And we pass. Independence moving. I would love to see them come here and burn Julia's city, but that's not going to happen. Ruined province can be rebuilt. Alright, we'll get that going. What is this? We've got a righteous judge guarding the entrance to the Abyssal Realm. Intriguing.
Uh-huh.
Well, while I'd like to wipe Woken Grief, it's making some armies quick now. Trolling. But you're spitting out squads in a hurry. Clearing these random Kraken is going to be important. Because anything we try to expand to the sea is going to get just run over. Alright, we can attract some population for 18. We'll get some next turn, no problem. Come on down here and grab me some Wonderstone. For 172. Almost. We can get our foundation going. Let's move to the edge of our territory then. Wiping things out to the north is now not as important, simply because Julia decided to steal it. Really unfortunate. And we definitely want to move in on the graveyard. We'll try to take this thing out in a hurry. But also wants to fight Julia. I really wouldn't be that upset about it. It's not time for the fanatical workforce just yet. We need to grow pretty quickly here to cut Julia off from doing it herself. We'll see that. We'd love to see. She's already gone. Yeah, now burn this outpost. Julia, you made a terrible mistake. She's ghostly. Ghost Mom has now entered the chat. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and expand, cut her off from doing the north here. Move over one more and she can't do anything about it. That's a dragon already. It's nearly down though. Let's move in, kill this group of horrors. Oh yeah, auto result did fantastic for us. We can kind of take a step back, hope this thing burns down her outpost. That would be just perfect. So Lady Wizard will go ahead and make you regenerate hit points faster, or... yeah, regenerate hit points faster. 12 turns before we get ourselves another hero. I don't want to rush that for that much gold. Too expensive. 50's fine. Get the workshop, and as soon as that's in, we'll get the palisade walls going. Okay. Well, then we can send you to go gather some Wonderstone from Julia's faction. Don't want too many zealots here. They're not a very good unit. Oh, the bounty's now permanent. Interesting. We can create a new bounty ourselves. Hers is, it says permanent, but it's 10 more turns, so we get some mana for it. Laundry Elemental is done, so we get to select ourselves another tome, which shall be, pretty simply, the Tome of, where is it at? The Tome of Faith. Gives all of our support troops the Staves of Mending, which will also make them faithful, so they have less upkeep than Mending Touch. Since we have so many support units, this allows them to actually heal, on top of giving out their affinity incarnate.
When faith fuels the embers of one's spirit, it is like a soothing balm upon soul and sinew. It binds wounds, it strengthens limbs, it spreads like the light of a blazing sun, from one deserving body to the next. Keep the faith, stoke it, and it shall bolster your believers for all time.
For eternity. We'll grab those Staves of Mending like I mentioned. Alright, so the dragon is avoiding her outpost for some reason. Kind of strange, but...
Huh?
Is it trolling or what is it doing? Recovering. Reinforce patrolling army soon. Just let it take out this outpost. We'll go take out the graveyard. Sulking in, that's an easy battle. Shouldn't require us to get involved. No, we lose no health. We do get the Greaves of the Ghost. We get pass through and more defense. Knowledge, gold, and food. The Mace of Smiting. Deals extra spirit damage to fiends and undead. That's amazing. And the Cold Staff of Animal Summoning. Frost Blast and Conjure Animal. Tier 1 animal for 3 turns. Could be better, but it's not bad. We completed it, and that's that. And we're here to help Julia. Gold here. Wow, that's a spicy army. We'll leave that to Julia to deal with. Alright, 300 gold left over. Let's go ahead and spend some at Ramas here. An Abbey for knowledge, and then more knowledge per adjacent farm. Probably best to keep buffing up our city itself, so we'll go for the Architect Institute. We need a Quarry and a Forester to buff this, so... let's wait till it costs a little bit less Imperium. 106 to rush this along. We'll do it. Grab the Palisade Walls. And then... we might go for that Fanatical Workforce, get this up and running. Not at Ramas, but at Prague. Because they're already about to have an additional population, so yeah, let's do that here. Fanatical Workforce in Prague. It's gonna take 2 turns now. Huh. Fair enough. Day 16, those Palisade Walls are done. And we can make our vassals grant us more gold. Not very needed. We'll put a quarry in here, which should rush along our Architectural Institute. Was it already boosted? Huh, maybe it already was boosted. That was just kind of a waste. How much is the Guardian to rush? 48? That's about as much as it costs us initially to recruit, so I'm not going to do that. Down here, we'll go for the vendor, make us a little bit more cash. So it's just going to go attack her at her home? Huh. I mean, so if we do free this, This is such a scary force compared to what we just dealt with. Got a Tyrant Knight and a Druid of the Cycle. But we have a couple of heroes, so that evens the odds pretty aggressively. Yeah, snooch our way up here. You've got all this territory to work with. You decided to settle next to me. You were the worst.
Where?
You are the worst. Putting in a work camp. How about that? Okay, well, let's see if we can win this battle. How does Auto Resolve think we're gonna do? Risky battle, and they've got the distracted ability here. Yeah, now's not the time to lose units. Let's come out to sea.
Huh?
Start karate chopping troops over here. You two going back to Ramos just in case. Oh, of course. Dang it. I was gonna say, you two go back to Ramos just in case, but then the Lady Wizard was not supposed to go with them. I thought I'd like clicked on the two of them. Well, such is the way. Next turn, though, we'll be able to start up our foundation for our first monument. See how fast she grabbed that. It's too bad this thing decided to be dumb and go to the north. If Julia dies already, I'm going to be so disappointed in her. She spent all of her time trying to take territory from me and just loses the game because of it. Oh, I'm glad you're back, Julia. You need to focus. Low risk battle on the high seas. Let's go ahead. Oh, I went over. Well, I was gonna say, let's watch this battle. That way we kind of get the best of both worlds here, but no. We'll be fighting this one ourselves. Alright, so they can all fly. Not really that concerned about it, though. Alright, what say you now, Independence? They all going after my Vigil. Because they float, they can't get wet, so we can deal all of the damage to them. I want to hit all of them. If we were to step back, 50 damage. Tyrant Knights are spooky. We're not going to be able to weaken them at all. We could move up, but then we're getting shot thrice by the Dusk Hunters for no reason. So let's fall back. Leave our Vigil to get hit. Leave our Vigil to get hit. And everyone else can just kind of wait. Yeah, they've got plenty of targets. Plenty of opportunity. Or so they might think. Alright, from there we go ahead and pass. Okay, goes for our Zealot. Yeah, they will not have as high of a... Good grief. All of them after the one Zealot. And you sail in to bother our Battle Mage. Just to be disruptive. We move to here. Critically hit, come on now. Oh, a big bonk, but no crit. Alright, we can... Titan Bow here. Why wouldn't we graze at a 90% chance to hit? This seems legit. zap here. Sulkin, you can just leave and do whatever you want. Smash this clown. Radiant Blast doing a lot of damage. We'll zap these guys twice, blind them in the second hit. Charge Strike through. 39 damage. Even if they try to Charge Strike here, they can't kill, so we'll just go into defense mode. Yep, the command. Go ahead and blind them. For your grace. Kill the support. And that's that. Both of their damage dealers are weak. Oh, they're gonna go. Ah, fair enough. You managed to kill Lady Wizard. I'm gonna be mad at you. That's what I thought. From behind, demon. Slays their range for 44 damage. %65 chance to hit 2 times. Race remove. Ooh, you know what? They might. Well, I can summon in a elemental here. Give them the big old burst of heal. Stab you. Spirit Blast. Now they're down 1 model. Running behind. Fervor. There's some strengthened. And stab. That'll do. They might as well just swing there. And then a Tyrant Knight down by the ramming of our flagship. That'll do. Spider Hatchling Bell gives us a spider as long as we're not in water battles, which we definitely currently are. So Icy Wyverns, that's going to be a mess to deal with. Maybe once we have the Faithful Staves up and running, then I'm happy to, but until then it's going to be... We want to heal a little bit. Alright, ruler level up. Experience gain per turn sounds perfect. Get it up to a legendary as fast as we can here. And you know what? 12 damage, 14 damage. We may just go for the Mace of Spiting here. The scariest battle mage or battle saint you've ever seen. Breeze of the Ghost. Spider Bell. Sounds good. An impossible battle.
Ugh.
Yeah, but what if you had friends? Is it still impossible? It's a low risk fight then. Landing attacks grant some fervor. I mean, yeah, I think we can go for it. We have the Light Spirit we can summon that heals. So, auto combat. Oh yeah, high sea battle goes very our way. Go ahead and sail around the coast here to start clearing out the rest. This is our only real way to... Oh, we have to investigate this. Not until we're ready. It's like invading Mordor. Not a good idea until we're all ready to go. Already, I'm gonna trust you going this way. You two come on around with... Just avoid the dragon is all. I'm definitely not trying to attack her, so please calm down. Frog connects another province, excellent. Let's go ahead and snag the pearl mine up here. We're missing a forester. The pearl reef. is so good. We'll go Forester. Mangrove Forest out here. Production in Prague, Great Hall. And then at Ramas, I'm going to rush this and then grab our monument. And just pop that in here. Dedicate to order. Amazing. I guess we go Fanatical Workforce, try to speed that along fast as quickly as we can. And then next, we have no more gold. If we did, we get ourselves another Guardian. The 18 Dons. Another Pearl Reef for us to clear. These guys, we can let them go to try to get ourselves more good. 70 gold and Awakening Blightbringer. Chasing Julia around. I don't know, lady, you kind of deserve it. For messing with people's territory that doesn't belong to you. Auto combat there, that should allow us to... These... Oh, that was a lot of damage. Let's try that again. I reject that much damage, thanks. Lady Wizard over. Can you hit them from here? No, that'd be way too good. So do something like this. Sulkin. No, wait until we have the Mending Touch. All we have for the time being is this. Or Infinite. Incarnate. Infinite? Yeah, it's the Incarnate. They can't reach, we pass. Demon Penguins. Alright, going down south for all the good that's going to do them. We shall... Purifying Blast. Dealing the most damage we can to their archers. We'll be able to go for... Oh, the Incarnate Shot also can't quite hit. That's too bad. Now we can smash here. Should have waited until someone was next to. The extra chance to crit, but too late now. Here's the Zealot into this position. Long troop here. Remove any ability for them to retaliate. Or slicing through. The Penguins can heal. They're kind of a menace. Yeah, we'll get to you can do the maximum damage to something. Spirit Blast those penguins. Go ahead and Light Spirit here. Have heal Sulkin. Have Sulkin run up and stab. Oh, I should have also used our command. That's too bad. Next turn we will. If we have the opportunity. 2 shots there. Oh yeah, nothing. No damage whatsoever. Gets bonked back and crit. And slices our spirit. Works for me. Sail up and slay the penguins. Something you don't think to hear very often. Radiant Blast here. Pass back over the ability to use your turn again. Radiant Blast here. Send in the Chargers. Shock Unit. Condemn them with the 100% chance to do so, and then Incarnate Shot to finish him. Flashbang through the door. Excellent. Alright, gang, we keep clearing some space. Send you down to go make sure you can join. You two, honestly, just stay here in Ramas. Caves of Mending is done. And now we got Faithful Whispers, Wrath of the Faithful, or the Convent. Reach city stability ever above unstable. The city gains knowledge and mana. Let's do it. Alignment change to very good, so now we have higher chance for events to be positive. I'm gonna go stand in the city, and then we'll go ahead and grab the Wonderstone here soon. Move over one. 300 gold, what can we rush? The answer is not this, but we can go ahead and grab a additional Guardian. We want 3 or 4 of these guys, just for a front line. And we'll grab those Staves of Mending too. Alright, our monument has its first tier down. So now we deal more spirit damage. There it is. You get out to sea? No, you can't, so we'll just keep coming up alongside. Sulkans stay at our territory. That's a low-risk battle full of water spirits. That's a lot of damage. We'll accept it this time. Sulkan is leveled up to rank 8. Fervor dispels status effects. Let's drop everyone's upkeep, and then go in Depth of Order to unlock Faithful or extra resistance. We're going to go ahead and grab Keeper's Mark, so if he dies the first time, he is going to gain Steadfast and the ability to not die. Oh, he actually can come in and attack, even though he's on the shore? Really? Auto Resolve says we win. Works for me. Alright, clearing out the baddies in a hurry. We'll come back up on the shore here. We'll probably move down to deal with this infestation next. Keep leveling up and building up our cities as quickly as we can. Staves of Mending are done. It cost us 4 upkeep. Now we've got a Ziggurat here too, so growing fast. They're at -6, which means the next thing we want is probably the shipyard and then the tavern. So I'm going to rush this. We'll go ahead and grab the tavern. Start grabbing some more shade makers. Then we need 300 for the sanctum. Let's go granary. And then what do we add for Imperium? We start building roads. That's amazing. Where are you at, Lady Wizard? We can have you start building up roads to and from. Although we kind of already have the only ones that matter, don't we? Yeah, that's just the way. Let's stay here for now, just in case they have armies nearby. You two stay as defense and Ramas. Julia's scout down here trying to make some stuff happen. I mean, there's nothing there for now, so let's move in together. Acquire that Wonderstone up to 70. Some more up here too. Alright, nothing else to be done for this turn. Swing on back down. 126 Imperium for another population, and 72 on the side, so more than I'm willing to spend. Day 20 dawns. I'd very much like to get down here and see what's going on. So just a normal monster den. That's fairly manageable. And we can keep them from invading. Let's go ahead and send you out to sea. You go join. And then you'll arrive next turn. Since you all can go to sea, we might as well. Might as well, just chasing Julia around. Oh, you got another perfect outpost up there? That's so nice. So glad you have this one. $200 to rush, 178 to rush. Neither of those are very worth, so we'll go ahead and save our gold for a bit. Actually, there's 2 unknown rulers. So Sundrin is definitely here. Consumed by arrogance. A fearmonger? No, you're fine. Know your place, Lady Wizard. Something you definitely don't say to her. Alright, where are we headed? Yeah, let's go clear out these sea beasts. Go clear the sea beast. We'll fight that ourselves. That's way too much damage. So the Tide Spirits have a teleport attack too, don't they? Deals damage and causes them to become wet. Pushes them away and does the same. How far can they use that? Just anyone in front of them. Cool, tidal wave. Alright, so we move in. Staves of Mending here. And then we... Yeah, let's go for the Infinity Incarnate. Cultivate Infinity. Or Affinity, rather. And yep, we'll have all the charge. You just move around, and then we end the turn. Doesn't go for the teleport. Yeah, the Tide Sphere is going to do a pretty decent job of blocking that damage because of its main type there. Oh, that's why they're lining up. It keeps the Hex from doing anything. Makes sense. Incarnate Shot can only hit 2 no matter what. Let's go this way then. Give them some weakened. Hey, you can sprint. Make it up into range. Yeah, no problem. So Lady Wizard here. Cancel that retaliation. You can move one in as well. Alright, that's a model down. Into here, pin them in place, go ahead and condemn them first. And then you take a little bit of damage back and we'll strike. Big smack here. We can weaken them, we cannot weaken this other squad. Archer's already used his attack, so we really can't get any closer. Let's deal the damage here. Get us some fervor. We'll go ahead and make everyone here a little bit tankier. 2 times and 4 times, depending. Alright, teleports in, goes for the push. Oh no, it's wrong. Swing back there. That double crit's incredible. Spreading damage was the right call. Taking more damage back than they're dealing to us in the first place. Light bow into the large target there. Now we get a graze, it's too bad. I might as well Radiant Blast. Blind him a bit. Does it kill if we swing like this? It's the Lady Wizard too. Go ahead and Spirit Blast here. Gets the kill. Cash in that fervor. It's like this defense mode has been canceled for both, and we can just take him out with the Zealot. Take him out with the Zealot, and then have the Lady Wizard 16 damage. Slay there. Refresh your attack. 80% chance to hit thrice. Oh, whoops, that's not correct. Come back twice, then back in for maximum damage. Sulka can kill. That's a tier 3 down, so this little baby octopi should decide the fighting's not for him pretty quick. We'll give the final blow to the Lady Wizard. Fresh octopus for all. Alright, another battle won. So the small monster den is filled with nothing but piggies and spiking piggies. We'll deal. Bring the Not to See together. Hero level up. Of course, the Lady Wizard has. We'll go ahead and make her an initiative order as well. And we'll go for Zealous. And Endurance training. Locking and shuffling research skills cost less. Research city structures cost less gold in production to build. That one is always good. $50 to rush the granary sounds amazing. I think only 20 mana means we really aren't going to be able to get any more enchantments up and running. So go ahead and pop in the shrine here. Rush the tavern. And then drop in the storehouse for more growth. Move across here. It's jumped by some Eldritch Nightmare. Phanom. Oh, and she cut off the damage. You're the worst. Just straight up, you are a terrible human being, Julia. Terrible elf, too. The tactics were stop us from doing anything at all costs. We'll auto-resolve this one. Goes very our way, and then we can march in on the den. Easily enough. A low-risk battle. Sure enough. Vampire Spider mount. And then we can deal with this NPC army, which has a Chaos Eater and a bunch of little baby gremlins. Sulking up to rank 9. Purifying Fervor or gain more when we take damage. Let's go ahead and grab the Purifying, that way we can snag the additional warded armor. Magic attacks will do less damage. Oh, since you don't have your spear anymore, we can actually give you a Vampire Spider mount. The Covenant is done, and here in 2 more research cycles, we can select another tome. Army Heal's such a good ability. I see no reason to let you have this settlement, so, or this position here, so I'm going to take that, thanks. Shock units, shield units, and polearm units gain experience 30% faster. And Prague Kinetics of their province. That's perfect. We'll go ahead and give you then even more foresters. Now we need to quarry. Let's go quarry this way, then we can try to grab this magic material. Well, now we've got 2 armies roaming. These sizable ones, too. 32 to rush. Go ahead and get the Wizard Tower Foundation up and running. 74 to rush, then we can go ahead and grab the Architect Institute. Good old Institute of Learning. As long as you aren't a patrol, we're in good shape. Oh no, we've met Calioth. Merlin? Oh no, Merlin's not doing well at all. From the eldritch darkness that looms over the Cliffs of Sordünn, a hooded figure appears. Such perseverance. Such defiance, Merlin says. Merlin's sad gaze rests upon you. You cannot stop the all-consuming darkness. Behold how even the mighty titans of the Archons can fall. Merlin gestures and another ruler appears in front of you, a revenant, whose undead gaze falls upon you coldly. Calioth now too serves Urath, or as all of us will. Through our work, all will cease to be. Let Urath embrace all that is and will be. These petty struggles, all will be made in the peace of the void. Ah, so Merlin has fallen. That's a shame. Your diplomatic state with Merlin changes to war, and so does Calioth. I will never bow to a fallen wizard like you. We unlocked the tome with a tentacle. Absolutely not. Oh, Merlin, what happened to you? Julia appears and Merlin winces, startled. Well, I'm a tentacle boy. Julia? Oh, I did not mean for this to happen. And yet you chose this, Julia says sadly. What have you done? I did this for you, Merlin protests, for your actions may have come from love, but they have caused so much suffering. I would have never agreed to what you sacrificed to grant me freedom. I think you knew. Julia's expression hardens. You took that choice from me, Merlin, as much as Lithel did, and now all other worlds suffer because of the talents you allowed Urath to corrupt. Perhaps death truly is a mercy, or it's never too late to right what is wrong. The path to redemption. Let's try to redeem Merlin, yeah. We lose a unit, but me and my exalted elves will join you in your war with Merlin. Alright, well... Shoot. How did he discover us? I wonder. Oh, we gotta get way closer. Well, this surveyor is likely being sacrificed. Yeah, no, how did we... Was that just a scripted event where it's gonna happen eventually? I was trying not to meet him until we'd done more building up, because he's already got a gold tier wonder. Spooky. So Calioth is not even a real goatier. Interesting. Interesting. And then Merlin up here is in Syndra. He's not even the highest rank leader here. Is it Calioth? Okay, it is Calioth. He's the overlord. So maybe we can free Merlin. We'll see. I wanted to wait a little bit longer before we got caught. Calioth has become a vassal of Merlin, so no Merlin is in charge. Alright, spells ready to cast. Summon Zealot and Fanatical Workforce. Neither one are what we need right now. What we need is to gain even more magic materials here. So we'll go ahead and fight this battle. That is a lot of gremlins.
Uh-huh.
We pretty much just need to get into the woods or behind the woods. Draw them in. Go Mending Touch here. Mending Touch on Sulkin. Move the Vigil to here. I don't think anything else can really reach. I think our unit's stolen by the Nymph. It's going to be bad, so we should probably not go for any incarnate cultivation just yet.
Alright.
Huh?
Go for something like this. They are all going to move in an attack.
Nah.
Summon in a spider, why not?
You what?
Allow us to maybe close the gap a little bit better. Alright, let's see. We have plenty of mana to use here, too. Make sure we don't lose the battle. Alright, they're going to go ahead and split up. We're going to go ahead and immediately drop the big AoE. Here. Purge all of their positive status effects. And teleport these guys back. Go ahead and move you, Spider, up.
Yeah.
Just gonna stay behind things. It's both of them and they will fall back. 32 damage on that strike. Yeah, we might as well just move up and swing.
You what?
They both get hit. They both teleport back. Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, Zilla can move up and just beat the smack out of these fiends now. You can move up, buff up our damage there. You can see they have now even more spirit weakness because of the incarnate. So actually, how much is that? -5. Just 27% more spirit damage. That's no problem. Smack for 48. Drop down that ward. Incarnate shot can't hit anyone. Almost. Almost. If you move it behind, we go for the decisive command here. Can you hit anyone from here? Oh, nice. Yeah, weaken them up. And we'll save and see what we need to do next turn. Steal, and it fails. Flips them around. Flips them around again. Oh, they got a stun. That's lucky. I think even if we go for the incarnate here, it should... Yeah, they still lose their... Oh no, I was wrong. Well, that works out. Yeah, go beat down these demons. Shoo, demons.
Ah, yeah. Uh-huh. Alright.
Zilla can move in. We've completely cut down this side. Spiders move. Fight. They teleport away. Sure, we're standing next to one another. Lightning bow into the bigger target. Oh, you missed. Incarnate to the troops that are about to swing then. %45 chance to hit. Now let's move up and go for the 100% then. Let's go ahead and blind their battle mage. Or we get stunned. Yeah, so hang on now. This thing gives you a random status effect based on how close you are, correct? Within 3 hexes, so we need to be a little bit further away from them. No condemn there. No condemn there. Go all the way over here. Hit them for 46. Yeah, let's take out their supports. You can't weaken the battle mage here, so we're not even gonna try. Zillion incarnation, and we pass. I'm thinking we're gonna see a focus like right here. Flips the lady wizard around, does nothing. Flips them around, also does nothing. Alright, they stun them. And they get stuns like crazy. Move in. We got stunned there too. I'm not getting any closer. We're just gonna kill you with a Titan bow. No, we miss. Managed to get a graze. Rearrange those nymphs' attitude and
Oh.
maybe. Chaotic Rebuke resisted. Flashlight Blast. That's a graze. They still lose one of their models. Battle of these. Oh, we win. I was gonna say Battle of the Flashlights. Not this time. Lance Strike from the Lady Wizard, and now we just have the last fiends over here. Flips our Shademaker around and fumbles while doing it. Now just go ahead and Flashlight burn him. Oh, you missed.
Nah.
Entirely fine. We have a bonk. Bonk of justice. That's that. Now we got a Phase Cloak. Caster moves to target Hex, leaves 1 action point. That's really good for the likes of the Lady Wizard. You can now teleport around on her dragon. For experience gain, now we're going for Warrior's Fervor, so you can get rid of your Fervor for heals. And we might want to put in another outpost over here. I don't know. Reaching this one's going to be kind of tough. Alright, back out to sea. One turn on everything. We'll go ahead and rush the Foundation. Item Forge would be good to get. Convent is 5 knowledge, 5 mana. Let's go Stonemason into Bathhouse. That way our troops are as experience gain as possible and our people are as happy as possible. Our troops will gain as much experience as they can, and our people will be happy. Guardian 24 easily. Then another Shademaker sounds good. Orders required. You are guarding Ramas. 3 turns before we have ourselves another hero. And none of this is really worth picking up, so how much is it to rush our growth? 90 here and 36 here. I think we save either way. Julia, do you have anything else for me to acquire from you? I could sell you a horse, and you will give me money. How exciting. You wouldn't be able to build anything else after rushing, so we'll just go ahead and save. Kali off. The independents move in and take out our Surveyor, who manages to escape because he's a champion. Day 24 dawns. So it does. Alright, well I guess we can move up the coast again here. There's no telling where Kalioth and company are, which is a definite problem. Getting a scout to move that way and just kind of keep an eye on him is probably something we should prioritize. So in that case, let's be smart. We'll just move into Prague and we'll start building roads out this way. Did it actually work? No, it didn't look like it did. Alright, heal up there. Rush, get a surveyor. Rush here, and then go probably for another shrine. I don't see a reason for you to move outside of your position. We can go to here and then build up roads to the Umbral Abyss, make it easier to get to and from. Shademaker, you go join Sulkin. Yeah, I mean, we may end up having a space for another city down here. If only it wasn't for Julia. Let's go. Fanatic workforce here in Ramos. Get that city up and running as quickly as humanly possible. Elioth and the other independents are moving. My domain has been invaded by demons. Oh, Kalioth's demons. Has all of this been cleared? Destroy Umbral Nest, Pirate Cove. Yeah, we'll get to that. We're number 2 for military victory. Don't think we're number 2 for military skill, but your cities and units can see further. That's always a good one. Let's go farm so we can expand down and grab that magic material. Kalioth's force, unless they have another army just right behind, shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I can definitely see them having another force behind them. Stonemasons up. Let's go ahead and get in those archer battlements. I didn't realize they could attack us that easily. They probably have a city down there then. So we want a blacksmith. We can build troops even faster, recruit troops faster. 50. And that frees us up for more gold. It frees us up for more gold production here, which is actually a good idea. Alright, Sulkin, we travel up along our roads, and hopefully we're in time to save Ramos. And yeah, Fanatical Workforce is quite cheap. We go ahead and cast that down here on Prague. Allow it to make us more gold for 3 turns. So we invaded our domain and then just went right back underneath. Interesting. Army heal's done. One more research cycle. Let's go ahead and grab Condemnation. Sulkin here. Lady Wizard to right behind. And then production down here in Prague. I'm thinking Stonemason. Blacksmith's nearly done. We'll go ahead and if we rush that, though, we won't be able to build anything else. Except for maybe the prison cells, which look oddly cheap for some reason. We go for an abbey. On the mine. That's another army there. Oh, I don't like to see that. The Sons of War, with the confidence of the chairman of Devotees of Vengeance Council, walks towards your throne, his weapon lifted high. You better watch yourself, sir. Hail, God of Vengeance Sulkin, he shouts. What a glorious age of the Devotees of Vengeance as it has had its dawn. Tempered by battle and molded through victory, our people have cleaved their new destiny to the lines of our enemies. We, Devotees of Vengeance, are the vessels of war. All shall hear our battle cry and despair. We gain the mark of the sword. Get Chaos Affinity. Cities with this race gain 10% more draft. And we lose stability whenever we have a neutral state. That's fun. When we're engaged in 2 wars, we get 20% more draft. We shall bask in blood. Yeah, we shall. The mark of the sword. So have we just been corrupted by corn? Oh, I don't like not knowing what's going on down here. I'm gonna jump through the gate. And we do indeed have 2 armies. He's claiming the stuff down here while he can. mean, I think we can take him. Yeah, so Sulkin, you come down one. Lady Wizard is up on Cavalry, so she should be able to move away from her army and attack. Or Sulkin can. Our first battle in the Umbral Abyss, and probably the last battle for today's episode. It says low risk, let's fight it ourselves. Alright, fastest of jump cuts, I jumped up to go grab some coffee, and was too slow. So, we are going to start chopping our way through, and this is a lot of tier 3 chargers. So when they start making it in closer, they're going to hit very hard. These guys have the Brand of Wrath, so they can cull the weak. That's all they have for now. That's good. Alright, so we definitely need to just start drawing them in. It's a Champion Sundering Curse. 2 Warlocks, and the rest are just Chargers. Alright, well, I think we got what it takes. Guardian, move on in.
Yeah,
Over you guys up into the... As long as you're in the bushes, you're fairly safe. And we want an Affinity Incarnate or Guardian, that way they're going to weaken enemies even more. Soul can go ahead and summon in your spider. All shall dread the dread spider. How far can everyone move? We want to obliterate them with our battle mage here. Let's split the gaps, we can hit either side. And then we pass. Alright, they go for Soul Overflow. That's fun. Can we use the Purifying Blast to dispel the Soul Overflow, mind you? Oh no, we can. Bad to be you guys, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Get the charge blocked that side. So we can't hit him with the Infinity Shot. Let's do the Affinity Shot. Weaken them there. We can then do the same. Not quite. Okay, so let's go Infinity.
Away?
You to here, you to here. Come up in with them, and then we'll cultivate Order Affinity here on the big Smash unit.
Alright.
Deal as much damage as you can. Actually blocks these guys, which is incredible. Get stabbed first, but we can deal some damage back. Don't get the poison, sadly. You move up and do the damage that Sulkin can do. Can't quite jump, but we can run up and just go for the spider web, which is what we're going to do. So you go this direction, go for the spider web. Come back there. Sulkin, we want a higher chance to hit. I also don't want to waste the shot, so... Go ahead and awaken the demons from there, just keep blocking up their lines. Sulkin can run on up. Decisive Command, you. Give us the Affinity Shot here. Weaken all of those new summons. And then go for the web. Okay, so if we go to here, can we then teleport in behind them? No, it does not quite work like that.
You what? Uh-huh. You what? Aye.
Go for the incarnation there, and then we pass. Soulbound deals more damage to our vigil, which is perfectly fine by me. With charge units, you just want to get up in their face as fast as you can. Spider bite, you get poisoned. Sprinting, get shivved in the face first. Deals equal damage to what we did to them.
You what?
Get some sprint going here. You can't charge into units who are ready for it, so let's go ahead and take out their mage.
Ah, yeah.
21, double crit there is insane.
Uh-huh.
I'd rather you come all the way back and just take out one of these others here. Just go for one of their battle mages. You've been weakened a smidge. Do we need a mending touch? It's not a bad call. I mean, they hit us back, we killed them after that, right? The 8 damage, we stab them twice with a crit. There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead and blind here.
Uh-huh.
Which means no retaliation.
Uh-huh.
And then even on one crit, that unit's gone. I realize that's a waste of our bow shot on the zombies there. If we get a swing and it kills both. Let's swing here, kill the zombie to clear the path for... Oh, awesome, awesome voice acting work there. Corpse cage. How far can you move? The answer is not very. So you just move up and kill this flashlight shot here. Status vulnerability. Go ahead, buff up with your fervor, get you 2 strengthened. We can move on in and bother their other charge unit. I think that's a good idea. And they retaliate pretty hard, but they get some remorse too. Take down these Night Guard. How can we further demoralize you clowns? Can we move to here, then teleport? No, you're pinned in place then. Can you move to here, then teleport? No. Okay, fair enough. You must teleport from wherever you're at. We're gonna go Resilient Incarnation and then send the Lady Wizard straight in to try to kill one of these. Drop morale further. What you guys got? What was that? Did you just eat my spider, or what was that? Ate a corpse of some kind, I think. Fortunate for them, though, it grazed. The music's gone. It's very eerily silent here in the Abyss. big damage. And we can transfer that fervor into heals. Yeah. Can't cancel their attacks at all. These zombies are in the way.
Away? Nah. Alright.
If we can just get them to run away, that's all it really takes. Radiant bolts. Summons in some more unimportant friends. Okay, they actually managed to shut down our archers entirely. Cheeky. Because of all that extra zone of control, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
That's awful.
You up?
They get here. Oh, so you can't actually zap. Good, good, good. Kill. Please. Ah, didn't work. Okay. Well, we could just send Sulkin in. It's not gonna kill? You're joking. And these guys can't do any damage at all because they're next to a charge attacker. Go for it. Hey, that's pretty good. It sounds like a box of Legos being torn apart. Can't defend them any better, so we're just gonna be stuck in fighting these zombies.
No.
Such is the way. They get first strike. Can you just teleport behind? Oh no, we can just leave. See you guys later. Now another one of your units is dead. Weird how that works. Resist that decaying, condemn these zombies. Do the same here. Alright, I'm gonna cast a 5-cost spell to keep my archers alive. No damage. That kinda hurt. And they're not getting any fumbles at all, good for you. You lose the battle aggressively, but you make a good showing of yourself in the process. Purifying Blast should kill both of these. Oh yeah. Soul Overflow removed. What a shame. The enemy is fleeing the field. Yeah, we'll claim victory. We lose nothing, and Kalioth loses 2 forces. A couple of his Dusk Warriors and Night Guards escape, though. That's 36 Imperium. Alright, we will be forced to take attrition down here, though, which is the only problem. Are there any sanctuaries nearby? Looks like no. This is just a little small pocket of void, too. Interesting. Whoa, they teleport through? Well, that's dastardly. That's a very fast way straight into our territory. Nightmare. Well, we need to clear out all this down here and get... So where does this one go? Oh, so it's similar to the Tzeentch realm where you kind of just jump all over the dang place. That's cool. What's not cool is this one's right next to this guy's city. So, I mean, maybe we can take out Kalioth quite quickly. That'd be awesome. Maybe with the death of Kalioth, it fixes Merlin. Probably not, but let's go ahead and grab that warded armor. We're going to take some damage every turn, but if we can kind of... Oh, no, they're not very well off, are they? Grab that army heal, then. That will help things. And this surveyor, come on down and grab me some Mole Wonderstone. I see no reason to rush any of these, except for maybe the Shademaker for 40. Then we can get another one immediately. And come up into the void. Here in a moment to join us. Excellent. What's not so excellent is our shade makers for this portal. This is going to be a double-edged sword. Alright, day 28 dawns. Condemnation is done and ready to go, which means we get to select another tome. And likely it's just going to be another order tome. Although I think we might eventually come back around and pick up the Tome of the Winds, so that all of our shade makers can fire even further. Blinding everyone is funny. Are any of these others actually worth picking up? I'm thinking not. Back over here to the Tome of Virtue.
Not in the darkest night. Not in the face of horror. Not even in their last breath should the virtuous yield. You are the last bastion against vileness. The last light in the abyss. An age may come when hope dies, when there are no more righteous people. But it is not this age. For you have not yet fallen.
For you have not yet fallen. We're at Virtuous Spirit here, a minor raise transformation that gives us extra spirit resist. And then whenever a unit drops below 60% maximum health, they ignore hit point, or they ignore their casualties and gain some more defense resistance. Realizzo's Immediate Army Heal ready to go. So let's see who needs it the most. Sulkin Squad. Everyone does, but Sulkin Squad needs it the most. Alright, what is this underneath here? Gold Draft or Production. Discarded Chitin. A large pickup of Tormented Souls.
Yeah, what?
Can we build roads down here is the other thing. Probably not, since it's alongside a mountain. I mean, maybe it's letting us build roads would be great. Start this fight, low risk battle. We'll go ahead and let auto-resolve handle it, maybe. Oh, easy. It's calling it a low-risk battle, but because of what this is, there's no way that's actually low risk. Let's see. If auto-resolve wants to let us have that one too, I'm absolutely here for it. Go ahead and give Lady Wizard more experience gain. And yeah, I guess we'll just come on over and attack. Low-risk battle. It's a Umbral Tyrant, though, so that's a tier 5. We lose some units. You know what? I accept. I will accept losses for that large of a victory. Sulkin, you come on out and away from the Umbral Abyss. We have pretty well cleared this section here. We'll sacrifice these two if we have no choice. But that is a pocket cleared out. Good for us and good for our rivals both. Alright, done at Prague. Can we get this up to a tier 3? We could. But I don't think we should. Let's go. Bathhouse here. Get that maximum public order bonus. Well, actually, we fight this one ourselves, we can definitely win. That's not that big a deal. Here in Ramas, we can get an academy for more knowledge. Yeah, I'm thinking we want more knowledge. And then we ended up losing a Guardian and a Cultivator, so we'll go ahead and replace them. Replace those lost. Safe battle, you think? Yeah, no problem. Let's go ahead and watch that replay, just because I'm curious to see how the AI handles our Architect units. Sulkin gets aggressive right off the bat, gets a huge crit. I'm very surprised we didn't take more damage. Lion's the first. Now I'm really surprised we didn't take more damage. Used our heroes like a fool would. And they go down just to bleeding. Huge explosion there. Big solar beam, that's a unit down. Let's wait for the peripheries. Flashlight tag kills them. Sulkin turned around and that is such a bad call. I'm glad it worked out. That's the worst call. Yeah, the AI still doesn't know how to use your units. When it comes to your guys, it becomes brain dead.
Uh-huh.
Alright, that's that. Oh, were they standing on my monument? Quite rude. I mean, you can leave, but that's quite rude. And we need to see where this one goes. Looks like there's a faction down here. This might be next to the domain. I'd say either or is bad, honestly. Nah, we may just go for another fanatical workforce. Keep our production going aggressively. We won't be able to use it this turn, though, so it may not be very worth. It's not up and running here in Ramas. And down in Prague, we can go ahead and get another Shade Maker. Let's get that Cultivator we lost. Replace them. Alright, cruising on along towards the next set of Wonderstone. And actually, I don't know that you can expand out to this province. Let's see. Ah, Blade. We'll put another Forester on land then. And I guess we have to get this up to tier 3 before we can claim that magic material, which means this one's going to never be claimable. We'll have to put another town in over there, and that one may be mainly sea-based as well. Interesting. If that's the way it's going to be, that's the way it's going to be. Lady Wizard, you get on down there. Well, you have no more movement. Sulkin, you get on down there? Yes, that'll work. I'll cheat, brother. Our turn again, day 29 has dawned. Well, what do we need to do next? You guys need to come on above to heal, absolutely. Let's get a little bit closer to Ramas, just so we're not having any random surprise attacks from Kalioth. That looks like an army, but it may not be. Bring you down to join Sulkin whenever he drops off the outpost over here. Do you reach that? Oh, you can. Amazing. So we should build that outpost, and that'll be another city. Ramas can annex another province. It is going to go and build a forester. Say this direction. Good to see you're back. Let's go ahead and just put you on auto explore. Go find me some goodies, sir. Yeah, let's get Fanatical Workforce up and running here in Ramas. They are grumpy. I say we let that produce the Academy next turn, and we can go ahead and grow for the Bathhouse everywhere. Because even with the Whispering Stone, man, we're struggling for stability here. Way too much to Bane. Surprisingly enough. Alright, and a nice, even day 30 dawns. Beautiful. That looked like we had a random army that was popping up there for a second. Let's take back over here. Yeah, we've got some armies, or some forces of Kalioth down here. Not good, not good. Ooh, the next hero. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grab Arianka, Goddess of Stasis, because, people who are following the Path of Frost are an absolute nightmare. She's a devotee of flames. We are going to immediately change that. No, ma'am. Reset your skills, Arianka. Discipline of Frost. Hits everyone in a 1 hex radius. That's a huge chance to freeze. Go ahead and make you an initiate of Astral, because I believe that you can ignore status resistance. Lightning damage. Adjacent units are tankier, and let's go Withering Magic. Beautiful. Lawbringer. So I wanted to make her a duelist because of the amount of damage she can deal as an elementalist, but we'll see if the Lawbringer is a good one too. Alright, this scout can definitely go ahead and move into the Umbral Abyss. It can be a spooky job, but someone's got to do it. Vassals gain allegiance better, all of our units heal, and then Force March. None of those are very good. The Academy's done, as is the Guardian there in Ramas. So it's time to go ahead and snag a bathhouse. Next turn, I guess, because we don't have the gold after we recruited Arianka. Fair enough. Alright, Sulkin, back up to your troopers, and... well, if anything, we just need to prepare for the invasion that Kalioth has down here. So have the scout check to see what's going on. Just kind of keep everyone together, that way we're not getting jumped. Alright, but that's going to be all the time I've got for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by at the beginning of our Cliffs of Sordünn invasion. If you all have enjoyed the video so far, or the series so far, please remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne, and I'll see you all in the next one.